Hey guys, what's up? I'm in Small Engine Repair, and today we're going to be working on this mower. It's not the original Troy built. It's a different one. It's got the same hood, same mode. It's got the hood from the other one. I switched them. And it's got the same motor in it and everything. And today we're going to be putting this bad gearbox in it, just so I can show you guys how it works, and plus I need to be able to roll this thing around. So of course you're going to need the axle and some wheels on it. Out there is the original Troy built. You'll see that later. But we're going to put that gearbox in there, and we took the good gearbox from out of this and we put it in the other original Troy built. The reason we didn't use this one is because there was a good gearbox, but the rest of it is actually more rusted out than the first one. If I can open this hood, there we go. There's your motor, but as you can see, your fuel lines has been hanging out. Probably all the rain went straight through that, right up into the carburetor. And that's just because the gas tank's gone. There was no filter in this, so any dirt they wanted to get in just went straight through it. So today we're going to try to get the gearbox in it, just roll it around. And I'll just roll it around back for a while, and we'll just keep the good stuff out of it. The rest is going to get scrapped, or whatever we're doing with it, scrapped or sold for whatever's left of it. I'm not sure, but that's what we're going to do this video. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that gearbox situated under there, just because that does take quite a while, just to get situated in there with the pulley and everything. By the way, I took this battery out just so you can get to see the pulley and everything and where it goes in there. There's mainly 4 bolts that go into here, and then there's 2 on the front that are kind of hard to get to. So they're for the clutch. Then the rest of it's just linkages. And also, I was going to get montage video for the other one, but I could not, just because I was kind of all over the place and I didn't really know what I was doing yet. So I will be doing that for this one. I won't be doing the montage, but I will be just showing you guys how to do it. So I will be back once the gearbox is all under there, and hopefully she'll be sat down onto it, and you can just bolt her up in there. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so right in there you're going to see 2 bolts. Those are the ones I was talking about. Well, 2 holes anyway. I put a bolt through one, and then the same thing over here, and put a bolt through one. That one's upside down. You want your nut, you want your nut on the top and the bolt on the bottom, right up there. And we just want to go ahead and thread those on and see if we can get them in there. It takes a little bit to line it up. This one actually didn't take as long as my first one, but you just want to make sure that you can get it all lined up good enough and ready to go. And then you should be good to go, and just go ahead and tighten them up. So of course what you're going to need is it's a 1/2 inch nut on a 1/2 inch bolt. So you can use a 1/2 inch wrench like this, and a 1/2 inch ratchet, or also I have one of these, just like a wrench ratchet you can use. It works nice. So use whatever you got, and like I said, this is a 1/2 inch bolt on a 1/2 inch nut, and you should just be able to tighten those up. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me the whole time, but I'm just going to be right back once I bolt them on. And there's no washers, by the way, and just remember to make sure that your nut's on the top and the bolt goes up to the bottom. Okay, so I'll be right back once those are all in. Alright guys, once you got all that in, you're going to just take your two bolts look like this. May or may not have a washer. These two don't, but the other ones for the other gearbox did. So if you don't have them, it's okay. Right up in there, you see those two holes up top. Try and get the plate that you see on the front lined up with them as best as possible. Sorry, my camera angle's a little crooked, but there you go. That's what you gotta put it in, and all you're gonna need to use is your 1/2" wrench again, because they're really weird to get to when you get back there. It's kind of hard to get to them, and it's probably gonna be the thing that takes the most time through this whole thing, even though it's only 2 bolts. But all you gotta do is just tighten them up snug as possible, and make sure they're in there good and they're not like sticking out some. And then after that, we're gonna move on to this clutch linkage, which hooks right up there, right back there. Alright, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, mine will be stubborn and won't go in, but that's because the way that I pulled it out, I kind of bent it. But if you pull it out correctly, if you do everything like I am showing you in this procedure the right way, it's fine. I didn't know how to do it when I did it first, so that's why my linkages are kind of being weird. But you should just bolt right in. It's just kind of different with the wrench, the way you gotta position it to get it in there. Also, all of these hanging things down here, if you've watched the rest of the Toy Boat series, you'll know why they're hanging down. It's just stuff for the mower deck. And if you're doing this, you should probably pull off the mower deck. It's 3 pins. It's 1 up there and 2 on the back where these little red things are hanging down. And then you just gotta pull that spring out and you can pull the deck out. But that'll give you some more space to do it. The next thing that you gotta do is your clutch right in there. And to do that, I have all my parts right over here. So, whoops. You're gonna need this spring, your big washer. You're not gonna need this. Actually, you are. Never mind. This goes on one side of it. This goes on the other side of this plate. You're gonna need this bolt with your little this little rectangle piece with 2 holes in it. Then you're gonna need your spring if you didn't leave it on there. And that's all. And then this clip is just for putting the gear lever thing in. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do that. Whoops, if I can get everything. It's quite a lot of stuff, but it's pretty simplistic to put on. I still missed the washer. Yep. But there it is. It's right beside this little disc here. So if I can get my light over there. You can see a little better. It's pretty dirty though, right in there. If you want to, you can scrape some of the dirt out. Sorry, my light's in the way. And just grab some of that out. That's most of it. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take the smaller washer right here and put it on this bolt that looks like it's sticking out. And then you're going to take this piece and put it on, but it's going to go on like that. And then you're just going to stick that in there. Whoops. It's kind of tight up in here to show you, but there it goes. You just pop that on. Then you're going to want to put on your spring, and to do that, actually, you might want to take it back off my bad. But or you can do it with it on there, but it's harder. You're just gonna pop this piece on through that hole. You can see the difference between the ends of the spring. You want to put this end in, the one that looks like it's almost like bent. If you don't have an end of the spring like that, it's alright. Just use one end. And then once you got it like that, you should be able to pop it back in. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oops. Alright. Sorry, it's kind of hard to get you in here right now. It's a little bit tight back there, what you guys can see if you're doing this yourself. And you'll just pop it onto the hole. Well, there it goes, being a little bit stubborn. Alright, you're just going to pop that on there, and then you'll hook the end of that spring to here. I'm going to do this part off camera because it's a little bit hard, and then after that the rest is pretty easy. You're just going to pop your spring on and then pop the bolts on. So I'll be right back once I get the spring on, and the spring hooked to there and the other spring on, and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so basically what you do is you just, actually I didn't put the spring back on, but what you do, take your little weird looking spring, and there's a little piece that notches right into there, the little end on it, and then the big end goes right onto your plate. And then you're going to hook this up to the spring, and then all you got to do is put your washer and your nut, whoops, that I have right there, onto the bolt with the plate, and then your bolt with your rectangle plate on it into the other one that's got the spring on it right there. And once you thread that on and tighten it up, you're good. Alright, so I'm actually going to go ahead and show you what to do next, because I actually don't really need that up there, because I'm just going to be pulling this around because the gearbox doesn't work. But next you're going to just go ahead and plop this into this gap right in here. Go ahead and brush the dirt off of it, and then pop the pin in that I had over there from the top. It's not that hard really, it's just a little hole and you just pop it right into it. Make sure that your lever up top, the shifting lever that says neutral, forward, reverse, you know that one. Put it straight into forward once you get it into that slot, and then you should be able to just put your pin in if it's lined up. And then after that, you're all good and ready to go. And because I'm just going to drag this one, that's why I didn't really care if I had all the bolts and stuff in, right? This one's just going to get drug around there. And I'm just going to pull whatever parts off of it that I could use off. And including the motor. And the rest is just going to get, I don't know really, I guess just trashed. But, I guess it's about time for me to go show you guys the other toy belt, but actually I might just do that next video on the toy belt series, and I'll show you guys that it drives now, and all we gotta do is get the deck right on it. It's got some rust. Also, this guy is the belt for the blades, and it looks newish. It's just got some rust stains on it, but it came off of that mower, so we'll just put this onto that other deck and it should be good because the other one's all chewed up. We already got a new belt for the drive thing, and yeah, actually just before this video I actually just drove it out there, so it does drive. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.